Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my 27th game review. This time we're taking a look at the Nintendo 64 racer Mario Kart 64, a fun game that really evolved the genre of kart racing games and made them more popular. So, just how far will Nintendo go to make sure...
Game trailers.
Oh yeah.
And that's Mario Kart Wii anyway, you moron.
Yes, I know. Okay, oh, okay, let's screw this, okay? I quit with doing puns, let's just get into the review. Oh yeah, but first, come here, I've got to tell you something.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what you get for calling me a moron.
Why you?
What? Okay, I apologise for that little interruption just then.
You should be apologising to me.
Oh, shut up and let me continue. So, now let's talk about the gameplay for this game. Well, Mario Kart 64 is a kart racing game, duh, where you choose a character and a course and take to the tracks, throwing all sorts of crap at your foes to make sure you claim victory. There are a total of 8 characters and 16 tracks to play on, and I must say there is a serious lack of characters in my eyes, but as for the tracks, they're awesome. They range from many different designs and are just so fun to race on, although some feel a bit too long in my opinion. In the single player modes, players can choose from 2 different modes, Grand Prix or Time Trial, but of course Nintendo couldn't put a free run in there where you could choose any track and race against computer rivals. Oh no, they had to make the single player as dull as possible. Seriously, it all feels like a waste of time because there is nothing to unlock, no tracks, characters or even modes. Basically, when you turn on the game, you've pretty much completed it. Imagine turning on F-Zero GX when you just got it and then you suddenly get all the modes, characters, tracks and everything else. Boy, that would be pretty nice actually, because that game's so friggin' hard! Anyway, better get back to Mario Kart. So yeah, the single player is dull and boring, but luckily, if you're with friends, you can have some real fun. You can do a 2-player Grand Prix, where 2 of you can go from track to track in any cup you want, face each other in the versus mode on any track you choose, or play the battle mode, where you can basically knock the living crap out of each other with Koopa shells and all sorts of crazy stuff. These modes, bar the co-op Grand Prix, can also be done with 3 or 4 players, which adds to the fun. So, what's wrong with this game before we end this part? Well, apart from what I've already said, one thing. The computer players are dirty scumbags. They cheat like hell, honestly. You could throw like 3 million Koopa shells at them and they'll just come speeding past you like 2 seconds later. Okay, yeah, I probably emphasised that a bit too much. But they really do race unfairly. Now, before I get even angrier, it's time to move on. To be honest, Mario Kart 64 doesn't make full use of the graphical capabilities of the Nintendo 64. The tracks are well designed in most areas and have a very good Mario feel to them, and the overall look of them is superb and great for the Nintendo 64. The stages range from dazzling snow worlds, deserts, jungles and standard racetracks, and all of them are fun to play and well designed. However, the characters in the game look ugly as hell when you see them on the track. Look how pixelated they are. Was it too hard for them to do proper 3D? When compared to the tracks themselves, it's like getting a picture of a beautiful ocean view, then just putting the Queen Mary 2 on it. Trust me, it's hideous. The Nintendo 64 can do real 3D, so why is there any need for this pixelated horror? It's just not right. So whilst I believe the character models during races are crap, the courses are well designed and bursting with charm and colour. Overall, the graphics are not bad. Mario Kart 64 has some pretty nice tunes packed into it, and some are very catchy and a pleasure to listen to. However, it does have a few forgettable tunes that won't interest you much, and overall, the music's okay. Not classic unforgettable Mario music, but good all the same. The sound effects are, to be honest, just a bit poor, as they really are low quality in areas, even for Nintendo 64 standards. Also, I don't understand the fact that every time your kart makes a sound effect, like drifting or bouncing etc., you get these letters and words popping up. Boing? E? I mean, come on Nintendo, I can't hear you know. Finally, voice acting. basic, boring, and can become extremely irritating in races. Plus, some of the voice clips are in low quality as well. So to conclude, sound overall is okay. Not amazing, but okay. Not amazing, but...
Alright, they get it.
Oh, right. Do you guys get it?
Dumbass, they can't talk back to us, you know.
Do you want another punch?
No!
Then shut up. Now, moving on. I feel that Mario Kart 64 has a bit of a slippery analog control, and I don't think this makes the game unplayable or anything, but controlling karts in the game can sometimes feel slippy slidey, and when drifting, the control is even worse. Turning your kart is done with the control stick, obviously, and drifting is done when holding R and turning, and in order to get a boost of speed, you wiggle the control stick until the E's that follow you turn orange, then release R. Like I said, it's not bad, but feels slippery and unresponsive in areas. A is used to accelerate and B is used to brake, and the L button fires items which you collect from item boxes on the track. The right analog stick allows you to zoom in and out when racing and switch to a different map or to the kart's gauge. Overall, the setup is good and doesn't have a steep learning curve, but I feel that the analog control could have been a bit more polished in some areas, but overall the controls are good. Simple as that, my friends. Overall, Mario Kart 64 is a good installment for the Mario Kart franchise, but it is a bit disappointing in various ways. With nothing to unlock except the mirror mode, which I failed to mention earlier, a boring single player, cheating AI, and a lack of characters, it falls flat on its face when compared to the other games. Still, the tracks in the game kick ass, and the multiplayer is great fun with friends, and much better than the dull single player mode. It has its flaws, but at the end of the day, Mario Kart 64 is a fun little game and a decent download for your virtual console. If you love Mario Kart, try it. If not, just consider it.